Gone in 60 Parsecs is the Wile Coyote and Roadrunner cartoon that aired as part of the 14th episode of the first season of the Looney Tunes show, and I didn't like this, and this seems to be a recurring theme with the Wile E. Coyote cartoons in the Looney Tunes show. For some reason, I just find that they're all really dire. There are a couple of good ones, and this one is unfortunately not one of them. So I don't have a tremendous amount to say, but I will talk about a little bit about what happens and share some thoughts. And it got off to actually a pretty good start. There will be spoilers as I talk about what happens and mention a few things that I think are worthy of praise. But it starts off with Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner being very close to each other. I always enjoy that. And then Wile E. Coyote ends up smacking against this metallic object, and the sound effect there is brilliant. I did think the sound effect was very, very well done. And the next thing we know, this metal object is actually a kind of spacecraft, and he's flying it, chasing after the Roadrunner, and using this kind of beam of light to try and capture him. And I didn't find it interesting. I didn't care for it at all. And if you're particularly interested in that kind of thing, spaceships and the like, then maybe you'd enjoy it more than I did. But I feel like it was just a very dull narrative that definitely relied more on the visual appeal of the spacecraft and the light and things, but I didn't find it to be visually engaging. So for me, that just didn't work very well at all. So yes, the sound effects are good, and the first couple of minutes were not too bad. I thought it was a pretty good start, but then it definitely did, for me at least, go downhill pretty quickly. Would I recommend it? If you're watching it as part of the Looney Tunes show, then by all means give it a watch. It lasts a couple of minutes at the most. But in general, I wouldn't recommend it. I don't think that it's a decent Wile E. Coyote cartoon. And as I said, this is unfortunately something that seems to be a recurring theme. Just with the Looney Tunes show episodes, there are a couple in cartoons and things that are maybe not as great, but it's definitely becoming a bit of a habit with Looney Tunes show. But I will go into each one with an open mind, as I did with this one, but it wasn't enough. For me, Gone in 60 Parsecs was just not very interesting at all.